This is 5 on your side at 4. Focused on you.
A shooting in the heart of downtown St. Louis this morning leaves 2 people dead. Thanks for being here at 4. I'm Kay Quinn.
And I'm Brent Solomon. It happened during the morning commute right across from City Hall. Police confirming an officer was involved. Right now, our Megan Kernan is live on scene for us. Megan, how is that officer connected to this shooting?
Well, Brent and Kay, according to St. Louis police, an officer was working at the intersection near the Enterprise Center and Memorial Park. The officer was working on a mobile surveillance camera unit that was right around here this morning. While he was fixing that, police tell the officer heard multiple gunshots and witnessed a man running across Market Street, chasing and firing his gun at another man. That's when the officer says he pulled out his gun, shooting and killing the suspect. The man shot by the suspect was taken to the hospital, and just hours ago, we learned that he also has died. Major Janice Boxtruck says the officer was not hurt, and he stopped a crime that could have been much worse.
The officer interrupted a violent crime and then took action to help protect the public. I mean, there are people that are, City Hall is currently open and doing business. It is still open at this time. He's here to protect the citizens of St. Louis as they're doing their business, and he absolutely did. He interrupted a very violent crime that was occurring at that time.
Now, take a look at this video. A man who works downtown was sitting in his car as the shooting happened with his dash cam on. He called 911 after hearing around 15 to 20 shots fired. He pulled up as one of the first to the scene while still on the phone with dispatchers. Now, tonight at 5 and 6, I'll share what that witness said and break down the video caught on his dash cam. Live in downtown St. Louis, Megan Kernan, 5 on your side.
All right, Megan, we'll see you then. That shooting happened near the homeless encampment that's been outside of City Hall for some time now. A few hours after the deadly shooting, city crews arrived and cleared out the camp. Mayor Jones had this to say, quote, "We are taking this incident seriously, and the safety of our residents and staff is paramount. The area will be secure today, and individuals will no longer be permitted to congregate near the building."
New information on a story we've been following for months. Today, a juvenile court officer said Maurnice DeClue should not be certified as an adult. She's the 15-year-old accused of beating another teenager who spent several days in a coma in the ICU. Our Christine Byers was in juvenile court today. She'll have more on why the officer made his recommendation to a judge.
Drivers in the Metro East will want to allow for a little extra time when coming into the city this weekend. Starting tonight at 9, IDOT will close westbound lanes of I-55-64 in East St. Louis so crews can resurface the road there. The closure will affect the Poplar Street and Martin Luther King bridges. The San Musial Veterans Memorial Bridge will remain open. They plan to reopen those lanes by Monday morning.
Right, let's take a live look at downtown St. Louis. Quiet, cloudy, cooler than we're used to. Meteorologist Gary Frank here with the Weather First forecast as we head into Mother's Day weekend. Gary?
Picturesque skies, of course, as those fair weather clouds have really littered the sky throughout the day, as it's been pretty clear at times, but also cloudy at others. And there's no threat of rain whatsoever. As we look at a different version of the satellite, the visible satellite shows that those clouds are streaming in from the northwest, and they'll be with us into the overnight hours as well. I think that we'll see patches of clouds, but they're not really impacting us too much. And as we take another look at that, the wind is more settled than it was yesterday. Those gusts over 30 yesterday. Out of the west now, we've gotten up to 73, but what we've really noticed is that it's drier. The drier air has settled in as we continue to dry out the rest of this evening. We'll see temps fall into the low 60s just before midnight. It is nice, it's pleasant. But over the next few days, we'll look at quieter conditions ahead. In fact, full sunshine tomorrow. This is an excellent weekend. We don't have any threat of rain this weekend whatsoever. Very pleasant conditions as rain chances return next week. And I know that's what not a lot of you want to hear, but at least I can tell you there is no severe weather on the horizon. We also are going to talk about where you should look on the horizon. Aurora, are we going to be able to see that tonight? How that even develops, and we'll break some of that down here in the next 10 minutes.
All right, Gary, we'll see that. Right now, a celebration of life happening for our SIU professor. Scott McClurg passed away in April after battling brain cancer for years. His loved ones believe radioactive contamination is to blame. McClurg's visitation comes as advocates are pushing for the passage of the Radiation Exposure Compensation Act. It would compensate people who got sick from the government's radioactive waste. The current measure expires in less than a month. Just Moms STL says Scott McClurg's death is just one of the many reasons they are traveling to D.C.
We have to get this program. We deserve to be in it because of people like this individual. It's not going to bring him back, but maybe it can help his family. And honestly, it sure does help others in the future.
A bill to reauthorize and expand RECA passed in the Senate weeks ago. Efforts to pass it have failed in the House.
A bill that makes changes to election law was signed by Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker 1 week ago. The bill says if no one runs in a primary, the local party can no longer appoint someone to run in the November general election. Only 4 Democrats voted against the bill in the House, while Republicans all voted present in protest. House Republicans say the legislation is a power grab by Democrats.
In the middle of this process, the Democrats decided to change the rules.
The real intentions of the Democrats' bill upstairs, which is to eliminate competition in our elections.
House Democrat Jay Hoffman from the Metro East sponsored the plan. We've reached out to Hoffman and hope to learn more on the decision to rush approval of this legislation.
Well, 1 week ago, abortion rights advocates brought more than 380,000 signatures to the Missouri State Capitol. That's more than double the signatures needed for a constitutional amendment that would restore abortion in Missouri. The Secretary of State's office is responsible for scrutinizing those signatures before a question can be put forward. And right now, it's not clear if it will be on the August or the November ballot.
I think that we would rather have that question maybe on the primary ballot. I'm going to defer that to, Secretary of State Ashcroft. I know he's wants to be very diligent in his job and make sure that all those signatures are actual verifiable signatures.
Senator Hoskins joined political editor Mark Maxwell on this week's episode of The Record. You can hear more of his interview Sunday night after Sports Plus.
Another week of testimony comes to a close in the hush money trial of Donald Trump, when the prosecution's star witness is expected to take the stand.
Former President Carter is 99 and remains in hospice, but that's not holding him back from one very important civic duty.
Story time just got a little more magical. The new partnership coming to the Magic House.